Russia does have interest in for influence in the Western Balkans. The goal mainly is to cause trouble for the EU and NATO and to slow down the EU integration process.
There won't be a war. Russia will never attack any of the Western Balkan countries.
The impact that this war has had for Europe and beyond is colossal, starting from economic well-being, political instability, security threats, and not to mention the innocent lives that have been destroyed and lost. And the Western Balkans, which is a region still prone to instability due to a lot of unfinished business and lack of consolidation of several structures, is no exception to these consequences, which is why we decided to draft this policy brief and have a thorough analysis, a country-by-country analysis. Mainly, Russia does have interest in for influence in the Western Balkans, whether that is for being as a fight against the West, or whether it has a tailored approach towards doing certain policies there. The narrative is basically that Russia's approach towards the Western Balkans is primarily opportunistic. The goal mainly is to cause trouble for the EU and NATO and to slow down the EU integration process. But we argue that this perspective also recognizes the limits that Russia has, at least on economic terms, because the region's future is in the EU. But it is the stagnated EU integration process that causes insecurity and arouses fear about an increase of malign influence from foreign actors, such as Russia or even China, which some argue that may be an even bigger threat than Russia.
There won't be a war. Russia will never attack any of the Western Balkan countries, although they classified some of the countries as adversary countries, but they have no real military interest here. The interest here, as in other countries of the Western world, is to use the vulnerabilities and the weaknesses of the countries. So when we speak about vulnerabilities of the countries, they are more or less same as everywhere in Europe, with some specifics for this region. The specifics of this region is, as you already mentioned, the bad history of violence, the wars in the 90s, the ethnic, the religious hatred, so the multiculturalism. When the multiculturalism is not functioning, it will be always, it is a vulnerability, and it will always be used by any actor that wants to have malign influence.